To get started on our barbecue bean burger recipe, we are just going to need a few simple ingredients, and those are, we have 1 cup of a cooked barbecue baked beans. Now I'm using my Easy Instant Pot baked beans, but you do not have to go out of your way to make that. You can always pick up a vegan version of barbecue baked beans to use for this recipe, but that is 1 cup. We're also going to be using 1 cup of a quick cooking oats. Now I like the quick cooking oats because they break down a little bit more. They help as a good binder, but whole rolled oats will work as well. We also have 1 cup of cooked brown rice. I'm using my Instant Pot cooked brown rice. Any cooked brown rice will work. It just, you can use white rice if you'd like, but we always prefer to use brown rice. We're also going to be using 1/4 of a cup of oat flour. If you are allergic to oat or you don't have oat flour, you can also use something like a Vital Wheat gluten or just a whole wheat flour. And then we also have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and then another teaspoon of onion powder. And to blend this all up, we are going to be using my KitchenAid stand mixer. You do not have to have a KitchenAid stand mixer to do this. You can actually use a food processor to mix the ingredients together. You can also do this by hand in a large bowl and really mix it together. I did that in my salsa burger recipe. So if you want to see how I mix it without any equipment, you can check that recipe out. But to get started on here, we're just going to open up our KitchenAid. Now I am using my scraper paddle. Any mixer will work. This is one that I bought, but you can use just the paddle attachment in there. And we're using our bowl. So to get started, I'm going to add in the beans. And Bubbles heard me there. Next, we're going to add in our oats and then our rice. We've got our flour and then our spices. So I'm going to let this blend on a low speed for probably around a minute or so, just to let it get all together. Once it gets nice and homogenized, the mixture comes together well, then we'll be able to form it into patties. So I'm going to get this blending or mixing. Now that looks perfect. I will pull this out so you can see. We've got a really good mixture here. A great consistency on it. A great burger making, patty forming mixture. We're going to go ahead and use. I'm going to move this. Oops. Scoot that over. Now we have our glassware here. Now to bake this, I like to use a baking sheet with some parchment paper. Now you can also do these on the grill. You can get the grill nice and hot and put them on for 5 to 7 minutes on each side. But since we're in a polar vortex and the Super Bowl's coming up, and I know you're going to be doing a lot inside for your upcoming party, I want you to be able to do it as easy as possible. So we're just going to bake them. Got the oven set for 425 degrees, and they're going to be in there for roughly around 20 minutes. You can check at about 15, but we're going to be anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes on these. But to get our patties formed, we are going to do a couple things. First of all, you can take your mixture, which we will set right here, and we can just take a good amount of it, roll it in a ball, press it down, make sure we get the sides nice and round, and we have a well-formed patty. Now we can throw that right on there and get that going, or we can also use a patty press. Now, I got these from Walmart. There's a bunch of different versions you can get, but I like these, just a burger patty press. The brand is Nordic Ware. I can leave a link down below for you. Again, hand pressing them works just fine, hand formed, but if you do want to try it this way, you just get a nice sized ball of the mixture here, and I get it worked in a little bit, We're just going to take this, press it down. We have a perfectly formed patty. Now, to make it smoother, and if you do a lot of them, you can go ahead and get parchment paper or wax paper to put on each side, one on top, one on the bottom to cover this. Press it down and just do as many of these as you possibly can. But I'm going to go ahead and just hand form these, so I'm probably going to zoom on through it, so I'll be back to talk when I'm done forming these. And this was a little bit bigger than the size that I'm going to be making today, so I'm going to reform this. I want this batch to make about 6 patties, so that's what we should be thinking about. So I'm going to get to hand forming these. And here is our last patty. Now, I am going to press that down there. Again, I've got the oven preheated to 425 degrees. They're going to be in there for around 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to get them in there on that top rack, and we'll be back to see how they taste. I'll get them dressed up a little bit when they're done cooking. Our timer just went off, 25 minutes at 425 degrees. Let's see how the burgers look. They smell absolutely fantastic. They look like they've turned out great. Now what we're going to look for is for the exterior to be a little bit crispy. You can hear that, it's crisped up nicely, but we still want a nice tender middle. I've got to say, these are by far my dad's favorite recipe of mine. If I'm home, I'm normally asked to make another big batch of burgers because once you make them into the patties, you can go ahead, put them in a good freezer-safe container, and they're fine for months in the freezer. You pop them onto the grill or you put them into the oven and they turn out fantastic. I do that for both my mother and father-in-law and my mom and dad, and for just Dr. Miller and myself here. But how I like to enjoy these is I'm going to take it, it's going to be a little bit warm. I'm going to take my bun, we've got lettuce, I've got my burger patty, we've got a nice fresh slice of tomato. Now I've got some organic ketchup that I like to use. We're going to put that on there, and then just a little bit of mustard, and that will do the job. Now I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. It looks fantastic. Guys, make sure I don't have any more on my face, but that is so delicious. I hope you're able to see just how quickly that this recipe could be made. We're talking about 6 burgers here made in under 10 minutes to get them ready. Throw them in the freezer, or you can make a big batch, get them in the oven, 25 minutes to perfect burgers. Again, you can also do these on the grill. Throw them on get the grill nice and hot, get them on the grill. If you are going to use the grill, I do recommend freezing them beforehand. Put them on to frozen, let them crisp up, 5 minutes on each side, and they should be perfect. But if you want to get them done quick, you can throw them in the oven. A really great recipe, one that I hope you guys go ahead and give a try. It's really simple, really delicious, and I think it'll be perfect for your upcoming Super Bowl party, especially if you're trying to introduce this way of eating to, say, some family and friends. Again, if you can, it really helps if you go ahead and share this video, share this link, share it on Facebook and YouTube so your family and friends can see just how easy it is to make easy and delicious whole food plant-based recipes. And if you're on YouTube and Facebook, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, this recipe, my past and future recipes, can all be found at plantbasedgabriel.com. I am Plant-Based Gabriel, thanking you all so very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you very, very soon. And I'm going to give this guy another bite because it was phenomenal.